Hey there, everyone. Thanks for watching. And if you're a subscriber, thank you very much. I don't know if you know this, but one of the things I thoroughly enjoy is answering subscriber questions. So if you are a subscriber, all you have to do is leave a question below in the comment section. I'm the only one that looks at my YouTube channel. I try to look at it every day. And this video is thanks to a subscriber. So this particular question is, hey, thank you for sharing everything you do, but do me a favor, rewind the clock to before you bought your first property on Norris Drive. Tell us what you did to kind of get ready for it. So I've spent the last hour or so thinking about that, kind of documented the things that I remember. Again, it's been about 20 years, so it's possible I am forgetting a few things, but I took a shot at documenting what we did before we wrote that first offer, and I thought I would share with you those things here. So let me just bring that up. So again, what did we do before we got our first rental? Which I think is a great question. I've answered these, I've given kind of details around this, but I don't think I've summarized it in a single spot. So thought it would be good to put down here. So the first thing we did is, for me, I wanted to make sure this was a family decision. If you remember our story at all, we had just suffered tremendous losses in the stock market. I was personally feeling defeated. I was struggling to figure out, how I could keep moving forward and create a better financial future for my family. And I was hopeful that real estate would provide the answer. I knew the stock market wouldn't, after being burned and being an idiot and no longer thinking I was the next Warren Buffett. So we talked a lot about it. We spent a lot of time kind of commiserating and licking our wounds and, trying to get after it here. We didn't have any experience in real estate. We didn't know anyone at the time. We kind of got it with the Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And thankfully, Olivia has been on board since day one. Wrote about it, tried to give her all the credit in the world in the book, One Rental at a Time. I realize that not everyone is so lucky. These are conversations you need to have. I am very key on 100% buy-in. I think 99% buy-in is not enough. And you need to have those discussions, because you will have bad days. Just see our experience with our first rental purchase. We document it in the book. We talk about it all the time, Norris Drive. So, again, the first thing we did after realizing that the stock market was not our path to financial freedom was talk about real estate and real estate investing. We did, again, make I consider it a mistake. We wasted a year looking in what we call the Bay Area, Silicon Valley, looking for that magic street. We lost a year of time. I don't know, a year. Maybe we lost 9 months. I should have figured it out sooner, is what I'm saying. We did spend a year looking, but maybe the first 3 months were okay. I should have realized it was not worthwhile sooner before I switched. I listened to all the talking heads in the book say rent 30 minutes from home, and that proved to be not the best advice, at least in my case. We ended up identifying Fresno, California. We did think out of state. Out of state is not for us. I realized that California is not very landlord friendly, but I was not comfortable investing out of state. I didn't want to get on airplanes to see my stuff. I wanted to drop everything and go see my stuff if I wanted to. I now get out there about 3 times a month, even still. So it's just important for me to have that control and ability to get out there. Out of state can work. I think it's particularly risky, but again, that's my opinion. I think you need to be able to go see it. I know that was important to us. So another thing we started immediately once we realized we were going to do real estate investing, and we were going to have to do several if we wanted to change our financial future, is we started lowering expenses immediately. And these were family expenses, right? I've been pretty clear with everyone that we were being idiots financially and spending every penny we made at the time. So we started by lowering our expenses 10% immediately. We were trying to find $500 a month to save, and we went from saving 10% to almost 50% of our income in several years, because we got very specific on needs versus wants. And the wife and I didn't get any wants for 15 years. Our daughter got a few. All of our needs were taken care of, no question. But we didn't have any wants. No nice cars, no nice shopping sprees, no nice vacations. We were bought in together, dedicated. And again, if you are going to buy additional real estate assets, you need to save, right? Earn, save, invest, repeat. And we were on that track. We did get pre-approved, right? We wanted to get pre-approved. We didn't know what to ask for. So we asked to get pre-approved for a $200K investment loan. Again, we didn't know what we were going to buy. We felt pretty certain we could get approved for that. And we did. We went to a local mortgage broker of a friend and said, hey, can you get us pre-approved? This is not pre-qualified. We did get pre-approved, right? We didn't just want a letter. We wanted to go through the whole financial statements, incomes, W-2s, credit checks, all that stuff. So we were locked in. We had a rate, we had a term, we had 90 days to go get something. We did identify a submarket. Fresno is huge. You know, today it sits at over 1 million people in Fresno County. And it's too big for anyone to really look at, certainly as a newbie. Again, we didn't know anyone. We knew nothing. So these are things I teach in the course. We found a zip code we liked, and then what I call an asset type, which is in this case a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2-car garage house. It's all we ever lived in, or at least I ever lived in. So that's what we did, and we started looking and researching and looking and researching and researching and looking every day. Again, we needed to feel, I need to understand and feel what the market was like. We did find an agent, and the agent also happened to be a broker, and the broker also happened to be a property manager. This is a mistake. We didn't find multiple. We sort of, after 45 days of looking, we found one via a friend of a friend of a friend, and we just went for it. We didn't really interview them. We didn't find multiples. We didn't ask questions. We were the classic newbies getting started and risking everything. That first relationship turned out to be okay. We did outgrow it in several years, but it did work out. There's a good chance it wouldn't, because again, we didn't ask any questions, didn't interview, didn't get reference checks, nothing. Again, we looked online for 45 days or so. It might have been 50, it might have been 40, I don't remember, but it was a while, certainly longer than a month every day. I was trying to figure out the zip code and prices and rents and all the stuff I talk about in my course. It's what we did. And then finally, it's like, okay, honey, we're gonna go drive down there and check this place out. And we did. That drive, we thought we were going to see 6 to 10 houses. We did see 6 to 10 houses, but we only saw one that was available. Several were pending. Several were just sold. There was only one house that was actually listed and available on the multiple listing service. We saw it. It hit our criteria, and we offered full price. We didn't know any better. We didn't know you could offer less. We didn't know, right? We were brand new, young whippersnappers. Norris Drive, as you know, the story didn't start out well. We did everything right: credit checks, reference checks, you know, all those things that didn't end up well. It's written about in the book. I won't talk about it in detail here. It does end up having a great story because we ended up 1031ing into a multifamily property. So it does end up well. But even though we did everything right, you know, bad things happen, and we were punched in the nose with this first rental property. So in the end, those are the things that we did up front. Again, we started saving. We started reducing expenses. We started doing our research. We picked an asset type and area, so we had focus. We made some connections. We should have made more, but we didn't. And again, if you want the whole story of our 15-year journey, you can go ahead and read the book One Rental at a Time. It is now available on Audible as well. Just happened yesterday. I'm still buzzing with excitement. That took a while. And lastly, if you have read it and you liked it, do me a favor, leave a quick Amazon review. I do all of these videos for free for you. So if you can just give me a few seconds of your time, write an Amazon or Audible review, I would greatly appreciate it. Again, this video was brought to you by a subscriber question. If you have questions that you would like me to take a shot at, leave them below in the comment section and I will do my best to create them for you. All right? Have a wonderful day.